What's up, everybody? So today's topic is, how many sex partners is too many?
It depends on who you dating. I'm actually into Zodiac, and the one thing about how many sex partners is too many depends on the guy. Capricorns are a little macho. So you could be 55, and if you ain't a virgin, one is too many for them. They want to be the only one hitting that. Trust me.
Capricorns?
Yes. I've dated
so you
many.
have to be a virgin for Capricorns?
Pretty much.
But can you lie and say you're a virgin? Because
No.
I always tell men, I've been with two people.
Oh, please. Once they get up in that and it ain't real tight, they like,
I be taking breaks in between all my guys, so it's always tight, because that's the key to it, ladies. You got to take breaks in between your sex partners. You can't just go from one guy to the next guy to the next. That's how you get up in there and that thing don't feel tight no more.
That monkey ain't tight.
That monkey ain't tight.
Here's the other thing, too, though. I think it depends on if you feel the guy out. Like, I would kind of be like, well, do cunnilingus matter?
Oh, so you saying lie.
What about fellatio? Hell yeah, lie. Why would you not? You do not need to know how many sex partners I've had. That ain't none of your business. If you still like it, I love it, and we good.
Okay, so would you ever be truly honest with your numbers then?
No. Hell, I don't even remember some of the numbers.
Don't remember either.
Let me explain. It's not that it wasn't a good label. As time go on, you forget about people that you obviously not still dealing with. So,
and I think people fall off too. I think if I see you 10 years from now and you don't have a good job, you don't count. You don't count because you're not successful. If you're not successful, like, if my coochie didn't give you success, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't need to count you. You're who counts you?
I'm just gonna
You live with your mama. I'm not counting you.
I'm gonna forget. But what stands out though is the booty lickers. We got the booty lickers. We got people that's really good at cunnilingus.
Yeah, I would say people that did something
if
special.
You don't know what that means, that's pussy eating.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
That was the technical term.
I like the other term too. Well, I don't even know how to say it.
Cunnilingus. Yeah. And you know what fellatio is. Everybody
I don't know why
is.
Congolinus sound like an older white woman made up that word.
I mean,
like
white
at least
people
62.
White people start doing oral sex first, or did they not? Congolingus. I mean, we wasn't running around putting our mouth on nothing.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of hard to find a black girl that don't act funny about giving fellatio.
Yeah, at least I got to know you for a while. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to just put my mouth on that thing. But it's crazy because you're quick to have sex with somebody, but I'm not going to quick to be putting my mouth on it. Which is opposite for white women. They'll do the oral before they have regular sex.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're actually putting like quote unquote, what do they call it, miles on that poontang.
Okay.
When you get, so I mean, what's a little blowjob? I mean, I don't know. I mean, a little blowjob is a little easier than me letting you get up in it. Now you stretching it out just a little bit more. I mean, come on.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm not gonna count the miles on my mouth. You know what I mean? I talk a lot, so those are the mouths. And
you're using miles now.
Because if I'm gonna count stuff going into my mouth, I might as well count as many times as I eat.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And if I'm not gonna count eating or sucking on a blow pop or a you know what I mean, an icicle, then why would I count a dick? I'm not gonna count it.
So let me
because
ask
it went
you
in my
question.
mouth. Because not everything's gonna go inside of me down here into that vajayjay. You know what I mean? Not everything gonna go up in that vajayjay, because you know sex toys don't count.
I know. I think until you actually have something on lock, you might kind of want to keep it down. No, seriously, because you can't, like an old used car. You put too many miles on it, it's raggedy. Nobody wants it. Like, literally. So I kind of try to hold back.
Old used cars hold value too.
It depends on what kind of old used car.
Yeah.
If you got that good thing.
What you got, a Cadillac?
No,
I don't want no Cadillac.
I'm a Ferrari.
Like an older Ferrari. Like Back to the Future Ferrari.
No, what's wrong with her? No, I am a new one. I'm present and I will stay present. No, but yeah. Let me ask you a question. Because honestly, for me, my whole life, I've had great sexual encounters with certain zodiac signs. I'm just saying, some zodiac signs is extremely freaky. I don't know about Taurus men. They're a little conservative sometimes. People say Virgo women is. I am not. I have Leo rising, so I'm hot like fire.
People say Scorpio women are freaks. Like, that's the you know what? Don't talk about me and my mama. Don't talk about me and my mama. Don't do that. Don't do that, because my mama's Scorpio too. But I hear that the number one signs. But I can go without sex. I'm fine with that.
But what they saying is, but when you get it, you probably be freaky. See, that's the difference.
I don't. I ain't eating your booty. I may have like a ball or two. You know what I mean?
Wait, do you lick taint? You probably don't know what the taint is.
That taint is right in between the balls and the anal, right?
Hey, it makes the penis extra hard.
Well, then maybe
I'm just
that's why the
saying,
last
ladies,
penis
free
I
game.
had was extra soft. Because I didn't lick the tank.
It's tanked. Anyway, yeah, no, I go a long time too though, but that's because I work really hard, but I play harder. There is a difference. So, yeah, I go a long time too. But again, I'm a Virgo and I'm supposed to be conservative, but I got that fire in me. I'm a Leo too. So I'm extremely sexual.
Okay, so what do you think is the freakiest zodiac sign?
Believe it or not, people, it's Libra.
Libras?
Libra men. Now, I don't know about the women. But Libra men tend to be really good in bed. Capricorns can get there, but trust me, if it's a Capricorn watching, he know he got to be emotionally tied to you. He got to feel like you ain't screwing nobody else. He going to stalk you and ask questions and then try to catch you in a lie. So, but free, like inhibition, like let's have some good sexes. Normally a little nasty Libra.
Yeah, Capricorn eat you out on your period. Yeah, they'll do that. They'll just say, pop a little tampon in that thing. I eat that cat. You be like, sir, it's heavy. At least wait until the second day, Capricorn. But no, Capricorns be up in that thing.
But
so what about Aquarius?
Aquarians are very sexual, but a little too weird. If you're a little too weird for me, I'm like, eh.
Yeah, they do. I had an Aquarian one time, and he was just like, bang, bang, bang. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like a transaction.
Yeah, it was.
They probably
and I didn't even get no money. I didn't get no money.
I think they pay though.
I mean, he took me out to eat. Does that count as money?
Kinda.
Okay. No, I wasn't just like, hey, I'm here. Yeah. I'm outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come up.
If it's weird for me, like seriously though, I based off of me, some signs Geminis. Where they at? Geminis are great too.
They got two different personalities.
They do, and they will sex you with those two different personalities. For me, some signs are givers more so, and that's a Libra, and that's definitely a Gemini. Like they like to really please you. So I think I like that. Again, Taurus men for me are a little, let me see. Ooh, Pisces. What about Pisces? You ever had a Pisces?
Pisces. Yeah, but they seem like they crying the pussy. You're like, sir, stop crying. Stop crying. Why are you so sad right now? Why are you sad? I'm giving you the coochie.
They be mean too, though.
Yeah, I'm giving you the coochie. Why are you crying? Mm-hmm. They sensitive.
Very sensitive. I used to live with one, and he would be like, yes, I feel so alone, and we live here together. I'm like, go do something.
Okay.
Like I kind of do get in my own little world and do my thing, but he was really sensitive. A pleaser, but the sensitivity turned me off. See, Libras are sensitive too, but you don't know it. If I don't know it, we're good. Let me see what else. Oh, Virgo men will give you a nervous breakdown.
I don't know a Virgo man.
Oh, my God. They crazy.
Other than scamming ass delay. And I ain't never been with him, but he
the mind games.
He look like he'll play mind games on
play mind games.
Okay. Talk to me.
Let me see.
Scorpio men. That was the first person to eat my ass.
Whoa.
Scorpio men eat ass. So I would just put that tag with it. Scorpio men eat ass.
I might have to find a Scorpio. I like Scorpios.
They don't lick ass. They eat the ass. They literally, it's just all in a plate of food. That's
all the
Scorpio.
ones I know are kind of uptight. The men. Yeah, they're a little uptight. See, that's what I'm saying. Listen, sex should be enjoyable. I don't really want you to I don't want too much. I don't need you to need to get to know me to have great sex. Are we going to have great sex? No. The emotional thing could be there, but come on, just be nasty. What other reason is there sex? It's to enjoy it. And
I want you to sex. Good sex for me is taking me out to eat, taking me on a trip, buying me something nice. That's the only way I can have good sex, because it could be little, it could be whack and not really that hard. But if you took me in on a good time and we did a whole little tourist attraction and had fun, that's good sex to me. No. I'm gonna make that dick whatever it's supposed to be in my mind, because
that's
you took
mind
care
fucking.
of me.
That she mind fucking. I'm talking about the physical act. Fuck me. Yeah, I'm cool with that. We'll make those memories
So you just
later.
want good sex?
Yes. I don't want people that act a little weirded out. If you going to act weirded out, then go be somewhere where you comfortable, because you either going to get comfortable and we going to get it crack-a-lackin', or I don't want to do it. What's the purpose?
Crack-a-lackin'?
Yeah, I'm old school. That was an old word, huh? I should be saying shit like fresh, getting jiggy with it, all that old shit. But yeah.
Please don't say get jiggy. Nah. That's what she be doing after she get good sex. Nah. It's like,
seriously,
what?
Though. Seriously, though. Think back with Woodstock and when it was free love before all the other stuff. Sex is enjoyable. That's why it was Woodstock. That's why it was orgies. I ain't never had one. But that's why it was all of those things. I am a bit of a voyeuristic, though. I do like to watch. I used to be addicted to a little porn, but I got my life together.
Look at God. Won't he do it?
No, I
Won't
watched
he
porn
deliver
this
you?
morning. No,
Oh, she ain't joking. Don't touch me, girl, because I don't know where your head's been.
whatever.
Okay, so what's your craziest sex story?
Ooh. Okay, so
I need detail.
This is about
need
to be
juicy.
a good one. Let me explain something to you men, because it is true. Women will be really freaky, but it takes a certain guy to bring it out. So I remember I used to do like 25 women a day. Not do like that. I used to own a salon.
Oh, wait, you just like gave a word. You just gave a word.
What was the word?
So if she's not freaky with you, it's you.
Somebody blowing that back out.
It's you.
Somebody else. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you caught that. Because let me tell you
Your
about
dick is
Heather.
whack.
I hope
Trash.
Heather never see this, and I hope her and Robbie broke up. Did they have a baby? So let me tell you. So I used to have a salon, and I would do sometimes 25, 30 women a day. And I'll never forget, you remember those back in the day when we first got cell phones? They wasn't flip phones. It was like a straight up little phone, and you just press the button. So I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, and we had a little island there, like a little park called Belle Isle.
Oh, yeah, I've been to Belle Isle.
So Heather was like, yeah, you know, Robbie at home. And she said she went and hung out with this guy. Long story short, Heather decided to give him a blowjob in the car. Now, mind you, her phone called Robbie. And Robbie heard her. Is that right? That's probably weird. So
I just say I was crying.
listen, no, he heard that sloppy. Heather was giving it to him.
This is before camera phones. I was just crying.
Yeah.
I was crying.
Robbie
I was
knew
sad.
Heather was giving a blowjob because when she got home, he called her all kind of fat whores, bitches, and sluts and was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like, Heather really gave somebody a blowjob in the car, but she wouldn't give Robbie a blowjob in the car. See, women ain't shit.
Oh, dang. That's crazy.
And she told me.
I'm going to tell you my craziest sex story. This is personal. This is about to get real personal. So I was dating this guy in Detroit, Michigan.
Woo, woo.
He was tall and handsome, but when I tell you, he lived in the basement. In the basement. He didn't have no bedroom set at all. You know, like a headboard, nothing. He didn't even have a bed frame. He didn't have the mattress on the bottom. What's the mattress on the bottom called?
The box spring.
The box spring, because you know they kind of outdated now. But I guess he was in the future back then. He was in the future because he ain't had no box spring at all.
He was poor.
He was real poor. I think I was over there in the projects. I wasn't for sure because I didn't live over there. But when it's all brick walls and everybody standing outside smoking weed and weed is illegal, I think that I'm in the hood. I was in the hood. And I really liked this guy. He was really nice. You know, he was sweet and all this kind of stuff. And I remember, like, you can't come to my mama's house. I live with my mama. You're not about to come over there.
But wait. Okay, but you live with your mama, but you was mad at his box spring. Who did he live with?
Listen, he lived with some niggas. That's all I remember. It was
You
like
sure
2
you
or
was
3 of 'em
old
over
enough
there.
to be dating him?
No, he was around the same age as me. He wasn't older than me. We was maybe like 18, 19. You know
And
what
he
I
was
mean?
living with guys.
Yeah. So it was like the couple of them living there. He was in the basement, and the mattress, it didn't have sheets on it.
God dang.
It didn't have sheets on
No
the
wonder
mattress.
you need all that extra for sex. This is
Yeah.
horrible.
But when I tell you that body was gorgeous, that body was gorgeous. I mean, his body looked so good. He was so tall, dark, and handsome. He didn't need sheets. Well, it was no sheets on the bed.
Well, you know what that means.
Yeah.
If he was poor, he had time to work out, so the
Yeah.
body was nice.
Yeah, that's it. He
That's
might,
so
girl, he might have been to jail. I don't know. He did have a prison body. He had 6 packs, and then he had another 4 on each side. So that's what that right there. That's 14. That's, I don't even know if that's a real number. 14 pack. You know what I mean? I heard a 6-pack and an 8-pack, but he had like a 14 pack. He had 6 here, 4. So that was 14. Yeah, so I was down there on that dirty ass mattress because the mattress had a couple of stains. I don't know if he peed in the bed. I think he might have been a bedwetter. It was like pee stains on the bed, and it didn't have no sheets. Yeah, but it was quite beautiful.
Was the sex good?
It was good.
I could see that.
It was good.
I could see that.
It was good. It was strong. It was poor sex is the best sex.
It is. That is true.
So poor. When I tell you, when you have poor sex, it's absolutely amazing. They work so hard. It's like if you really got a job and put this much work in it, you will be successful.
See, that's why I like nasty sex. See, you just said something. It's poor sex, and then there's guys that are successful, but with both of those, nasty come with it. So you either going to be nasty and poor, which is cool, or nasty and you have
But
something.
I think we're talking about
nasty.
two different type of nasties, because my nasty was a dirty-ass mattress in the basement.
That's true.
With no air ventilation in nowhere in sight in the project.
You know what I used to say?
Your nasty is booty eating.
I'm not deeper than that. I used to say, I want a man so nasty that he'll lick a wet doorknob. Now, who would do that? That's really nasty.
Well, I mean, you could just throw a little water on it. I mean, depending.
That means I would never get bored. So, in other words,
$100, I don't lick a wet doorknob.
Don't be with the Rona.
No, not with the you add. No, see, you got to pay me more money. You got to pay me more money. Don't add just thrown on there.
Let me see. Let me find one of my good sex stories. Man, I've had some great sex. I have. Let's see. Well, oh, this is a good one. Okay. So when I was younger, you know, it's this thing where sometimes you hang out with guys and you kind of really, I'm cool if you're not in a relationship, but I'm sure it's somebody lurking. So I'll never forget, I used to wear contacts, blind as a fucking bat. So I used to wear these contacts, and I took my second car. I used to own a salon, so I had two cars, and I used to call it the shop car. It was like a little Ford, like a Ford Escort. And I would drive that because I'm like, I don't want nobody, you know, I don't want no problems. The problem with that is that bitch broke down. So I went to this guy's house. Yeah, man, it was for the shop. It was for my employees, but it ended up breaking down. And here's what's crazy. I went to visit this. I went to sleep with a guy. And he was in the basement too. But he had a bed. He lived with his grandma. Everybody in Detroit lived with their grandma. So he lived with his grandma, but his grandma liked the baby mama. Get it?
Oh.
So I ain't never had a fight a day in my life, but I almost got my ass whooped that day. So what happened is I went and I spent the night with him, but I had to take my contacts out because I used to be blind as a bat and I wore contacts. Well, that morning somebody was beating on the door and he like, no, we good. My grandma ain't gonna let her in. Well, the bitch come down the stairs. She come down the stairs and she like, who is this? So this whole thing break out and I'm like, I'm scary. I'm like, let me jump in my car and leave. I get ready to jump in the fucking Escort. It then broke down. It won't move.
So where's the girl at?
Coming outside to whip my ass. So I'm locking the door. It's a Sunday. He couldn't even make it to the AutoZone. But what really hurt my feelings was I couldn't put my contacts in fast enough. And I just remember her being a little ugly and cock-eyed. And she said to him,
ugly cock-eyed girls can fight.
Oh, you ain't
They
ready.
always got hands.
Because I didn't have my contacts in, I guess I was a little cock-eyed. And she was like, I knew you would like that bitch. She looked just like me. Oh, that did it for me. I was like, I do not look like you, ho. Exactly. I was like, no. So all day she kept riding up and down the block because he had to go to AutoZone to get a part to fix my fucking Escort. She kept riding up and down the street all day, like putting her hands in her fists, like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I said to myself, I will never go over some nigga's house again to have sex, and his grandma, who don't like nobody but the baby mama, let her ass in to beat me up. And I have on my contacts. I don't even know if that sex was good. I don't even remember him, but I remember that story. So that's what I'm saying. No number is, too big of a number because you ain't going to even really remember the number.
Okay. Ruben, one quick second. I need you to keep checking the cameras and make sure the cell phones are rolling. So just make sure you keep getting up in the cell phones. They rolling? Okay, cool.
What was his name?
Yeah, I cut that out.
He probably went to prison too. After that.
Went to prison?
I'm just saying, like, why did he do that? It was pretty rough back then.
Okay, so what was the sex like? Because you just told a story.
Well, I remember the story, but not the sex. So maybe it wasn't good, but that's what I mean by I don't know all the numbers because I can't remember.
It was toxic.
No, back then we didn't know what toxic meant. Let's try dysfunctional. That was a better word. Oh, yeah.
But dysfunctional and toxic is the same thing.
Nope, look them up.
So
dysfunctional, I think, is how you grow up. Sometimes you grow up with parents and things that we think is normal, but it's not normal. But toxic is when people bring negativity into it. They bring so many things.
Baby mama wanting to kick your ass is toxic.
No, well, the grandma letting her in was dysfunctional. Her old ass.
Yeah. So you had toxic.
Fuck you, do that. Yeah. You gonna let her in to beat me up? Anyway.
Dang, that grandma old school.
Yeah. She was like, you get that girl out of this basement. I was like, oh, we ain't supposed to be fucking over here? I thought this is where you be fucking at.
Yeah, basements is always a good place to have sex. I love a good basement.
And basements be in the Midwest. We ain't really got them out
basements,
here.
you could be as loud as you want because the walls are concrete down there because they don't need moisture coming in. It's no moisture. You're liable to leave out of a basement sex and have a yeast infection because it's no moisture.
Or pregnant. I mean, because the sex be good down there. I think pregnant too. Yeah.
Hopefully you're having good sex in the basement with somebody close to your age. It's never good because I don't know. Basements seem creepy. Basement seem like a place is molestation going on too down there.
I got kicked out of a
creepy.
basement once. I was young.
You get kicked
I'm
out
about
the
to tell
basement?
you. Well, I was young. I used to be in vocational school. I went to Crockett. So that's how I got my cosmetology license. And I'll never forget, this girl named Nikki had an older brother. She was like, my brother like you. And I was like still a virgin. So I was like,
Wait.
real?
What's like still a virgin? Either you are or
No,
you not.
I was still a virgin, but he liked me because that's why I got
Okay,
kicked
because
out.
you know sometimes
So-
women be like, that don't count.
Yeah, I was a virgin till I met Sean. Sean used to drink gin, and he was like, gin make you sin. Okay, don't get me off the subject. What I'm saying, though, is so she was like, my brother like you. And I was like, cool. But she was like, she put me up on game. She was like, whatever you do, if he take off his shirt, he think he getting some. So I'm young. I'm like, I ain't about to waste my virginity on this nigga in the basement, because we was in the basement. Man, he got up and walked by and took off his shirt, and I got scared, and he kicked me the fuck out in the middle of the winter. He was like, get out of here. I was like, like, I didn't know that he would kick me out because I didn't want to have sex with him. But Nikki told me, she was like, if a guy takes off his shirt, he thinks something is about to go down. So yeah, I got a lot of stories
so
about
back
the basement.
in the day it was shirts, because now it's just they just pull out that dick.
They do.
They skip the shirt. You be like, why
Yeah.
you still got on your shirt? We're already having sex. No, they don't even take the shirt off. They don't even take the shirt off.
And they don't even care if it's little. They be like, here you go.
It seems like little penises are always the ones that's trying to give it to you. They seem so thirsty. I think because they're just hoping something will catch.
Well, fellas, I don't even care about a penis. What that tongue do? See, everybody want to
Yeah.
care about the penis. It's like, what does the tongue do? You could get old. You could get what's that? Erectile dysfunction. We
Yeah.
talk about that. You could, and we still good. I'ma still love you. I will sit on your face at night.
Yeah. What if them dentures slide off and just,
Oh,
they clamp to the coochie?
He can take those off. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. So you know what? We never said what number was too many. What's your number, Daphnique?
Of sex partners?
Yes.
Well, it was Jesus and and myself.
That's it.
So I've been with 2 people my entire life.
Girl.
3 people, because whoever I'm with is the third person. Yeah, that's the third person. So whenever I meet you and have sex with you, you're number 3.
Yeah.
It was Jesus, myself, and then you. You number 3. Every man I meet is number 3. So I never go past 3 because every man I meet, new guy, would always be number 3. So I've only had sex with 3 people because I can't count past 3 because every new person is number 3. Yeah.
My whole life, I've probably had 4.
4. Yeah.
Yep. I'm a serial monogamous dater, and I try to keep this coochie to one man minimum at a time. So what happens is I will date around. Like, I'll date more than one guy, but I'm not going to have sex with more than one guy because then we do a lot of cuddling too. So I want to say 4.
4 is your number.
4 is my number, and it's going to stay 4
Yeah.
because every guy I meet will be 4. That's what
Yeah.
he'll know.
Yeah. Because you had 3 special ones, and then
That's
the
it.
4th one
That's
is the
it.
one that we always gone.
And my first
Yeah,
love,
number 4.
woo, we used to be doing it to R. Kelly. My body is
R. Kelly
calling.
made good sex music.
Yep.
And was your first love older than you?
You know what? Ironically,
Because I feel like all older guys that we had
This is
sex with. 'Cause
weird.
you know, having sex with older men used to be popular back in the day. You was 16 and he was 23, and y'all was
what a
having
fucking
sex.
molester.
Yeah.
Actually, I spoke to my first love today. He called me today. It's been 25 something years, and he was like, yeah, he called me Keith. Yeah, Keith, what you doing? How that booty looking? He's weird. But I said to him, he was like, how old are you now? I won't say that. And I was like, well, how old are you? And I said his age, and he was like, no, I was a few years older than you. And I was like, you was a pervert. I said, why was you doing it to me? Like, I met him at the skating rink or whatever, but he called
Oh, that's
today.
where he go find his prey.
Mm-hmm.
The skating rink is a good place to find young
first
pussy.
love.
That's where it's at.
Oh, we used
Skating
to
rink,
fight.
bowling alley, movie theater, the
See?
mall.
Now, there you go.
That's where you find young coochie at.
We used to fight. And our fighting, again, was because when you grow up and his parents was dysfunctional, I come from a 2-parent household, and my family was great. My mom was married for 36 years. my stepfather did leave with the neighbor later on, but they had a great
but that
life.
don't count. You just
don't
count the
count 'cause it
36
was later
years.
on. Yeah, so but
Yeah, because I mean, after you had sex with somebody for 36 years, you're allowed to sleep with the
oh
neighbor.
my God, I would leave. I
Yeah.
was like, Ma, don't
You're
be
allowed to sleep with
mad.
the
He
neighbor.
gave you 36 good years.
Yeah.
Let him go, and he
Okay.
left. But so my ex, and I remember we almost got caught doing the oochie coochie down in the basement. Them basements, his mama
What
used
is
to
it?
talk a
Because
lot.
basements are everywhere. So where do you think California people are having sex?
Anywhere. Because it ain't no basements. But no, seriously, I'll never forget. We used to fight so bad, but we were dysfunctional. Because dysfunctional is breaking up and getting back together and fighting and this, that, and the other. But he wasn't toxic because he never brought me no negativity. He was always in my
It
corner.
sound like you
know
was
what
the
I'm saying?
toxic one.
No, I was dysfunctional
It's
because
hard for
it
us
was
to-
my
yeah.
first love. No,
Toxic.
this girl don't know definitions. Can somebody out there look
Toxic.
it up? You got toxic and then you got dysfunctional. A lot of stuff is dysfunctional
And
because
toxic.
people was raised a certain way and they don't know. For me, toxic is a whole nother word. That word scares me. I don't want shit toxic.
What's the craziest place you ever had your coochie ate? I was in a closet in a mansion.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a closet. It was just like, oh, stop. And then it was like, oh,
Let me
stop.
see.
And then it was nothing in the closet. It was like an empty closet. And I had to hold on to the boards.
You know what? Probably the place that anybody would probably get some head in the back of a car. I was like, open up the door. You scoot your body out, and I'm gonna lay
Oh,
all
so
the
he
way
was
across the back.
outside of the car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you don't do, okay.
What?
Well, I would just like the doors closed. Because
No,
I don't
we
know.
would have been
I
crammed
think,
up in there.
Well,
I need all the
listen.
space.
I think of horror. You know what I mean? I like horror movies. So I'm always in that mindset. It's like, what happened if it's a white serial killer on the loose and he's outside giving me head and he stabbed him and then the blood is on me? And I'm like, no, am I on my period? And I'm like, no, he just stabbed him.
I
Okay,
can't.
just
yeah, it was.
I'm
in the
afraid of
backseat
serial
a car.
killers. Yeah, I'm not just gonna be at because you have to have sex in the backseat of the car at night. You're not gonna do that during the day.
Yeah, and it was
So
a
I
nice
feel like-
neighborhood, and serial killers be in nice neighborhoods.
They
don't
do.
Yeah.
So you're a survivor.
And I'm slow, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if it was that good.
Keep
See, that's
your
what I'm
body.
saying.
Let's lock the doors. I
See,
like the doors.
My memory is
and the
kind of
windows rolled
short
up.
because I don't even be remember. I think I only remember what's present and now. I'm a person that really live in the present. So anything that might have happened that I just kind of forgot about because I got so much shit in my head and running through my head, what happens is I just dump the shit. I don't need it after so
Yeah.
long. I dump it and I make new memories.
So what happens when we see people like Lori Harvey's out here where we're able to count their numbers? Like my number is always 3, your number is always 4, but we don't have like the public eye on our relationships to really count our dicks.
That's
I'm
true.
still at 3 even if they count it. I'm 3 because I will fight you if you tell me that it's not 3 because every new guy is the third person. But what happens with the Lori Harveys where we can actually count their sex partners?
Ooh, I'm gonna be
So
honest.
does numbers matter?
Let me tell you something. Numbers matter if they shitty. I think she kind of did. Future. But if your numbers are high,
Future
but
said
the
he
shit
has
is
rich
cool. No, that was like I don't even know why. I'm glad she made it out of that not pregnant. But no, honestly though, it depends on who the guy is. Seriously though, the numbers are great if it's greatness. I don't mind swapping souls and spirits with greatness. So if you make better choices or wise choices, because you got some people that have a lot of